All right. Welcome back. My name's Charlie Sears, and today I want to go camping with you. Follow me. We are going to go up to Mount Laguna. It is one of the last free dispersed camping places I know of in San Diego. I'm going to show you exactly how to get there, but I'm not going to tell you the name of where this is. Yes, I am going to gatekeep this a little bit, but I have already told you it's in Mount Laguna, and here I am showing you exactly where to go. Pretty much from the 8, you go up Sunrise Highway. I don't know, a couple miles up the road, 3 to 5 miles, something like that. Uh, there's a road, and you turn right onto this road just like that. And once you go a little ways down, this is all BLM land, Bureau of Land Management. This is all public land, and you are legally allowed to camp here. And I was really stoked when I went out here on this trip. My favorite section was open. So here I am backing into it right now, and let me show you. Here's my setup. So this is my car. Let me start with my car. My car is a 2022 RAV4 hybrid XLE Premium Lunar Rock color. Uh, my wife and I love it. Currently, we got like I think about 40,000 miles on it, and we absolutely love it. I built this platform in the back with some storage things. Like if you look right here, I am pulling out a tote that stores under this platform I made. Check it out, tote. I keep all my camping gear in there. I keep this little rubber mat on top of it because I like to put it right over here by the door and lay it down. And then later on tonight, when you're going to change and get into your pajamas, you got a nice little surface to change and don't get dirty on. This is a like window shade cover thing. I kind of just use it for shade. I don't get too crazy about like privacy or whatever. I kind of actually like to be able to look out the windows at night, to see if something's going on. So yeah. Next thing is this window table thing that I made. Super simple design. It's just a piece of wood and 2 ropes with some like D rings on it, and with the way the rope lays against the car, it's not going to damage the car. Now, obviously, if it's like super windy or something, I'm not going to put this here, but sorry for the bad camera angle, but I'm clipping the rope up to the roof rack. You can see I just clipped these 2 little clips. And you got this nice, super simple table. All right, what's next? So, one thing about me when I go camping, I never, ever, ever make a fire. I'm not into fires. Long story, but I would never make a fire. Just too much admin, too much work. So I use this stove. This is a little Coleman super classic 2 burner stove. Had this thing for a couple years. My dad had one growing up forever. We used it all the time. Old Faithful always works. I just got this table too. This table that you can see it kind of mounts to my car tire. I'm still kind of getting the vibe of it, and this is literally one of my first times using it. Doesn't look like the stove really fits. It's just a little too wide this way, so I don't know if it's really good for that. I do have another table, but that's in my other car, so like I said, just first time using this table. Seems like the stove's a little too wide, and if you turn it 90 degrees like that, I think the propane, it's tight. It's like right there, but the propane should be fine, just kind of dangling on the edge there. It threads on. You'll see in a second. But yeah, I never do campfires. Not into it. My house burned down in 2003, so I'm not the biggest fan of fires. I was a junior in high school and traumatizing things. So yeah, not a big fan of fires. Plus, it's a lot. Like bringing wood, and then a lot of times you come out here into the mountains and it's super windy. It can be like 20, 30 mile an hour winds, and I don't know. Fires are just too much work for me. So I just use the stove here. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. The propane sits kind of right on the edge. I'm gonna cook super simple. Another thing about me, I do not go crazy with cooking big elaborate meals when I go camping. I just use this little stove. I'm all about efficiency. Tonight on the menu, you will see it is very, very simple. So much so, I don't even need to use both of these burners. We're just going to use one side. This little thing, that's a cool little toaster that I have, though. Nice, English muffins or something like that. So, yeah, we can just use one burner. I have this little cutting board. I'm going to put it over that burner. Give myself a little more room. So, I like to tuck everything away, when you're not using it. And now for the main event, let me show you my tote. This tote has everything I possibly need. It stays in my car all the time, but in here I got, this is a little knife that I keep on me. Another thing, I don't keep a gun in my car. I do not own a gun. And so I always do try to be safe, though. I keep that knife on me, and I keep this whistle around myself at all times too. But yeah, I don't use a gun out here. I'm good. But yeah, this tote has everything I need to survive or simply just make coffee, some sunrise or sunset on a whim. Really convenient to have in the car. Like, this is a collapsible pot. You can see I'm flipping out the handle right here. I have to boil water right now, so heading over to the little water station, gonna get some water. Just open up the tap like so. And we got water. All right, so head it over, just set it down on the stove real quick. Turn on the gas. Hit it with the lighter. Now one time, and then yeah, let's set it on there. One time, you notice I have the wood over the second burner. Check it out. It accidentally came on one time, so I always double check. Let me show you. I think I flipped the camera. Yeah. Yep. So one time it did catch on fire, and that was a scary moment, but cutting board's still good. So, all right, what are we going to get into now? I highly recommend building a tote like this. Keep it in your car. I always keep this hatchet just like strategically somewhere around. I never go too crazy with like chopping wood, but this is more like if something happened, and because like I said, I don't have a gun. So I keep this weapon, so to say, just around where, if something came up on me real quick, I could just grab it and have it ready. But what you think? This is basically my little setup. So we're just waiting for the water to boil. Check out that sunset. Check out my finger in the shot. Got a little zoom in action for you there. But yeah, this is free camping. Totally free. Nobody else is around. This was a Monday night. Early, what is this? August. Early August, a Monday night. I think I saw one other person the entire time I was up here. But the water should be boiling pretty soon, so it's about time to grab the main course. Ramen. And no, I didn't bring anything else to go with it. This is all I'm going to eat, keeping it super, super simple. I'm not crazy about bringing steak or chicken or eggs or just, it's too much work, too much cleanup. I'm just not into it. So this is just basic ramen. I got this little plastic bowl, and I basically just plop the ramen in the bowl, put the seasoning on top, and then we'll just pour the water over it and just wait for it to be ready. So we got all our seasoning. There you go. Yeah, look at that. Looking good. I'm just gonna leave it on the little table real quick. Look at this shot. I just want to show you my Beautiful setup, and yes, I am covering my license plate. This video is going to go super viral, I know it, and I don't really want my license plate getting out there, but so this is why I like to come out here. There's nobody around. It's just nice and quiet. I do actually still have cell phone reception. But look at that sunset. I love the colors. It's just so quiet out here. Oh man, I'll get better at editing someday, probably. Hopefully, maybe. Let's check on the water, right? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yep. How we boiling? We're boiling? Oh yeah, we're boiling. So just turning the gas off. I'm just gonna bring the water over here to the ramen. Slowly pour the water onto the ramen. Fill it up to the brim. And then you just sit back and wait. About like 5-10 minutes go by. Look at this perfectly good ramen. And you all know food hits so much harder when you're out in the middle of nowhere. So that was a great bowl of ramen. Now, all right, now the sun has set. It is time for bed. As you can see, I have laid out my sleeping area here and folded out the full bed. More info on my website if you want to see how my car camping setup is made. I have some good detail shots, detail photos on there. Get in touch if you want to buy this setup too. I'm trying to sell this so I can make another one. Also, I'm happy to commission any if you want to make one too. So, but yeah, now it's morning. I kind of forgot to film like going to bed and stuff like that, and that opportunity slipped. But now it is morning, and I absolutely love morning camping than nighttime. Just being up for sunrise, making coffee. I just absolutely love it out here. It's so peaceful. It's so quiet out here. But this is my favorite ritual. We're making coffee, camping. We're getting the water boiling right now. And while we wait for the water to boil, I like to pack up the car, get everything going so that I can just sit back and enjoy the coffee. Now, one thing that I always do, I just gotta shout them out. Every time I'm camping, I always, when I wake up, listen to the album Leaf, specifically In a Safe Place. It's my favorite album by the Album Leaf. I listen to it every sunrise when I'm camping. So shout out Album Leaf. But all right, looks like we got the waters boiling. I always only use a French press coffee maker. I just think it's the most efficient, best tasting, all that kind of stuff. If you've never used a French press, this is how you do it. Take a couple scoops of coffee. I like my coffee black and strong. I don't use any creamer or anything like that, so I make it pretty strong. I put like 4 or 5 scoops of coffee in there. And all right, before we pour the water, we turn the gas off. Super carefully pour the water in the French press. Now, some people do stir that. Kind of gets the beans all blended up a little bit better, but I don't like to stir it because that's just one more dish to wash. So I'm not going to stir it this time. But then once you pour the water, you just let it sit for 5-10 more minutes. And in that time, I like to just, finally pack up, make sure everything's all good. And then once you're all packed up, it is time to pour the coffee. It's like a reward. But once your coffee's all steeped, you just plunge it slowly like so. And this French press is perfect size because it gives me enough to pour 1 cup into a cup for right now. But then I also have this thermos right behind it, and it's pretty much the perfect size for a cup later. But that's pretty much how I go camping. I'm not even going to cook breakfast after this. It's, I woke up at like maybe 6:30. It's already about 7, and I try to hit the road by 8 at the latest. I'm just not into big elaborate meals and stuff like that when I'm camping. I just want to kind of get in, get out, and get on with my day. So here we are driving out. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these. But again, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name's Charlie Sears, and yeah, thanks for watching.